Welcome to Bramall Lane, and welcome to a brand new season of the Barclays English Premier League. I'm John Champion, alongside me today is John Gregory, and where better to kick off the campaign than at the home of one of the three newly promoted clubs. Let's look at the two lineups then. Sheffield United's recruitment campaign over the summer hasn't been wholly successful. Rob Hulse from Leeds is the major acquisition, but the fact they were relying on a 38-year-old centre-back to hold their defence together didn't bode too well. And that player, Craig Short, persuaded out of retirement earlier this month, went down injured in training on Thursday, so there's been a rapid rearrangement. Of the 11 starters, only 3 have played Premier League football before. Hulse, 5 games for West Brom. Morgan, 11 matches for Barnsley. And David Unsworth, more than 300 appearances in the Premier League for Everton, West Ham and Portsmouth. It is, however, a Premier League squad with something of a championship feel to it. The Liverpool lineup has been selected with Tuesday's Champions League qualifier very much in mind. This may be the opening day of the Premier League season, but a £10 million bounty for beating Maccabi Haifa is quite an influence. Xabi Alonso is given a day off. Steve Finnan drops out with a thigh problem. There are debuts for Fabio Aurelio, a Brazilian signed from Valencia, and Craig Bellamy, that bundle of attitude and aggression who cost £6 million from Blackburn. Interestingly, alongside him, Robbie Fowler is preferred to Peter Crouch. Crouch is on the bench at the start of this game, and there's no Dirk Kuyt today. The Dutchman's transfer from Feyenoord wasn't completed in time. For the first time in half a century, Sheffield United can claim to be Yorkshire's top club. But in the context of the Barclays English Premier League, 17th place will do nicely come the end of the season. Liverpool, by contrast, entering this campaign with hopes higher than for many a long year. Here's David Unsworth, runs away from him, the former Evertonian. And an early touch for the somewhat eccentric Sheffield United goalkeeper Paddy Kenny. Conceded 4 goals in the week against the Dutch, and winning his 5th cap for the Republic of Ireland. Paul Eiffel. Mentioned in passing, John, the relative lack of Premier League experience, just a handful of games for Hulse and Morgan, a whole career full for Unsworth, but how relevant is that today?
I think it will work against them, possibly not in this early stage of the season when obviously on the back of a great promotion for them last season, they'll all be exceptionally excited to want to play in the Premiership, but I think it's going to be a long season, John, for Sheffield United.
Danny Webber lost it momentarily to Zenden, and Unsworth takes the throw quickly. Rob Hulse is penalised.
Like the shape of Liverpool today, I do say I'm a big fan of Mo Sissoko in the centre of midfield for Liverpool. Does a very similar job to the likes of Makelele at Chelsea, that real holding role in the centre of midfield.
There's the new Italian suit. Especially purchased by Neil Warnock.
Doesn't quite look right in a shirt and tie. Neil, so used to seeing him on the side of the pitch, dressed in his tracksuit, spitting feathers, arguing with everybody.
Well, the reason that he's sitting in the stand is that he does spit feathers so often. He's starting a 6-game touchline ban today.
I know all about that, John.
Here's Unsworth. Hindered one another. Here's Eiffel. Derek Geary. His header. And now Michael Tong. Liverpool know all about him from the League Cup semi-final 3 years ago when he scored twice against them here. Led Gerard Houllier to try to buy him. Gerard looking for Kronkamp.
Gerard, of course, playing in exactly the same role this afternoon that he played for England on Wednesday night. One of the big successes, I thought, of the England team on Wednesday night, playing in that right-hand role, and got the freedom, of course, to go and join in as often as he can. I'm sure he'll be asked to do that again this afternoon for Liverpool.
Gerard. Fowler was waiting, just got a flicked header, but straight into the face of Bromby. It's a corner.
Great ball from Gerrard again. He has got that ability. You see here, he waits for Fowler to make his run. Great ball onto his head. Unfortunately, Sheffield United there get a block.
And it is defensively where Sheffield United are most suspect. There are 4 teams with better defensive records than them in the Championship last season. And they have tried to strengthen that area. First of all by persuading Craig Short out of retirement, and by signing Claude Davis from Preston. But Davis has a knee injury, and Short now has that thigh problem. Pulse. And Carragher was struggling for a moment, recovered well. And a foul by Rob Hulse.
Carragher did well. Looked like he was in trouble at one stage. Hulse, great little flick on. Tried to take Carragher on for pace. Obviously, looked like Carragher had messed it up, but he certainly put it straight again. Hulse, a little bit over-ambitious, possibly. Tackled like a striker.
Rob Hulse never really cut it in the Premier League with West Brom. Went off to Leeds and scored a fair number of goals, but there was a degree of surprise that Sheffield United paid more than £2 million for him.
I think it was the...
Here there's Bellamy just breaking off. And Paddy Kenny went down to his right. Referee is looking across. So is Bellamy, appealing for a corner, saying that the goalkeeper touched that.
Hippier, good ball in. First touch by Gerrard. Bellamy with his pace gets in. I'm not so sure the keeper touched it. Yeah, he did. Just caught his little finger, his little pinky.
A good number of newcomers to the Premier League tend to prioritise. They look at the fixtures, regard some matches such as this as occasions where any reward is a bonus, even a point. Here comes Paddy Kenny. And the goal was left gaping. It's fairly typical of Kenny, headlong rush, and Morgan's there helping him out. Risa down injured.
Great ball from Hippier there. Risa, first time really he's got into the opposition half, beats Paddy Kenny. Didn't quite reach Bellamy. I think it's Chris Morgan, the captain. Good defensive header. Great ball in from Risa. Tried to pick out Bellamy. Empty net. Chris Morgan manages to get it away. Bellamy could almost sense there was an opportunity there to put Liverpool 1-0 up.
And Rob Price, the Liverpool physio, attending to that left ankle that buckled beneath John Arnorita as he was challenged having crossed the ball. Bellamy to Hippier. Interesting choice of corner taker, Craig Bellamy.
Yeah, I don't know whether or not Risa would have actually taken the corner had he been fit. But it looks like he's got a problem there.
Still receiving treatment in front of that top-end goal. That ball did drift out.
I can only think it was maybe a fall after he crossed the ball. Whether or not we'll get another opportunity to see it.
Free kick Liverpool. Yes, his left ankle did seem to buckle under the weight of the challenge as he was crossing the ball, and not only is Rob Price attending to him now, but Mark Waller, the club doctor, is across there, and they're signalling that they're going to have to make a change. It's an area in which they're overly blessed with strength and depth. Left back, Stephen Warnock's injured at the moment.
I wonder whether they'll bring Agger on to play centre-half, maybe slip Carragher across the left back, who, as you know, can play anywhere.
So with 10 men, Liverpool seek their first goal of the season in the Premier League. And it was nearly an own goal. Chris Armstrong diverting it. And Paddy Kenny having to dive to his right. Who's not been busy.
He's going to be, don't worry about it, John. If not today, certainly this season.
Fowler for Bellamy. Looked across, expecting the flag. It's play on anyway, with Unsworth in possession. We saw the headlong rush from goal by Paddy Kenny in the build-up to that chance. Just headed clear by Chris Morgan, and it is worth noting that, as his wont, and he will be unique, I think, amongst Premier League managers, Neil Warnock does not have another goalkeeper on the bench today. Sandy and Bennett from Leeds to be the backup, but he's not used him today. Given Paddy Kenny's record, he tends to pick up a red card or two every season. May well be that we'll have some fun and games with the Sheffield United goalkeeping position, but no fun nor any further game for John Arnorisa, it seems. 25 minutes into the Barclays English Premier League season, that's not a good sight. Mistake! Whistle's gone. Fowler wide anyway, but denied by the official's whistle. To have impeded the defender. Arm in the back of Chris Morgan caused the centre-half to lose his balance. Webber. Liverpool winners of their last 14 games, if you include the FA Cup final, which they won on penalties. Last failed to win, and they were beaten at Arsenal back on March the 12th. Sheffield United, for their part, finished last season unbeaten in 7. And the last defeat was at Norwich on the 18th of March. Shows the day of Neil Warnock's infamous V sign, which is one of the reasons why he's up in the stands and not on the bench today. Gerrard, appeal for handball given. It's going to be a card as well for Chris Morgan.
Oh, a little bit fortunate, I thought. Or unfortunate, should I say. Fortunate for Liverpool to get the free kick. Just see this again. Can't honestly believe that there was an intention there by Morgan.
Nor can he. It does offer a possibility to Liverpool. The options include the newly arrived left footer Fabio Aurelio and the more established prowess of Steven Gerrard.
My money's on Aurelio here. A Brazilian-style free kick.
Opening day of the Barclays English Premier League season. Yet to really spark into life. Plenty of industry, not very much inspiration just yet. Maybe now. It is Aurelio. Oh, good save by Paddy Kenny.
Fantastic free kick. Both Gerrard and Aurelio over the ball. Watch this for execution. Big dip on it. Probably not up in the corner where it made even more difficult there for Paddy Kenny, but nevertheless, good stop by Kenny. Corner to Liverpool.
Bellamy with it. Here rising, but losing out to Morgan. Gerrard.
Good idea from Gerrard. We've seen them flying before, John, from that distance. Only one thing on his mind when he set it up for himself. Good stop by Kenny. First real save he's had to make of the match so far. Put it over the crossbar for safety. Bellamy with that well-worked corner to the back post. Ahipia ends up with Gerrard hitting one wide.
Unsworth to Kenny. He was extended properly for the first time.
That's the new left back. Tremendous ball to Gerrard. Look at that for a cross, straight into Fowler. I'm sure that at some stage of this game we'll see Pennant down this right-hand side. As you quite rightly said at the top of the show, John, I think David Unsworth possibly would have expected to be up against Pennant this afternoon. I'm sure he was delighted when he saw that Pennant was remaining on the bench. But I think we'll see him at some stage of the game. Of course, Liverpool only got one more substitution to come, so Benitez has got to decide whether or not it's going to be Crouch or the likes of Pennant.
Sissoko. They recover from that blow to the head. Webber. Held up. And Hulse denied. Offside.
Took it well, but Liverpool always hold that line well. Hulse was barely a foot offside, I think, but the linesman made a good decision, in my opinion. Still tucked it away, still had to put it past Rayner. That's got the crowd out of their seats.
Gerrard. Now Paul Eiffel. Geary. Eiffel.
Here we can see Webber goes past Hippier, and there's Rob Hulse clearly offside. Liverpool hold that line very well on the edge of the penalty area. Hulse just straight offside. Still tucked it away well though, John, but not the dream start they wanted.
Fowler. That's nice. It's Bellamy. It's Robbie Fowler, and his touch deserted him.
Looked as if it was coming onto his right foot. Fowler to Bellamy, possibly offside. Gets the benefit of the doubt. Puts it across to Fowler. Really, it was a one-touch finish. Tried to take touch. Lost control of it, and fortunately gets away with a corner.
Into stoppage time. Referee not happy.
Sorting out the two number 5s there, Rob Stiles. A little bit of pushing and shoving, holding the shirts.
Might be a bit more of that by the looks of it. In by Bellamy. Agger. Awkward for the goalkeeper, who was fouled.
Yeah, fouled by him.
Eddie Kenny, who was described by his manager as a burger and chips kind of chap when he signed him.
Nothing wrong with that, John. I could murder that now, to be honest.
I think he's more hummus and lettuce these days.
By the size of him, I don't think he is. He can't get off the floor. Extra bag of chips, I think he had for his pre-match. both managers will be quite pleased with the first half performance, first game of the season. Don't read too much into it, John.
This holds, held off by Aga, who slipped, but no matter, goal kick.
Yeah, and they've got that 0-0, both kept a clean sheet. Liverpool, I think, have played a little bit within themselves. They've had a busy pre-season already, playing in the Champions League as well, as you well know. And I'm sure there, Benitez, he'll be quite pleased, I think, with his first half performance. Disappointed, of course, to have got 2 injuries.
Half-time arrives in the first fixture of the opening day of the Barclays English Premier League season. Rob Hulse had a goal disallowed for a clear offside. Paddy Kenny made 2 good saves, one from Bellamy, low down to his right, the other from a Fabio Aurelio free kick. And so honours are even at the midway point of this game. It's been pretty tightly contested. Sheffield United will be pleased with their bow at this level. But the half-time score here at a packed Bramall Lane reads Sheffield United 0, Liverpool 0. No changes to either side. And no goals either, not for the lack of trying by either side. Sheffield United more or less holding their own. Liverpool through an Aurelio free kick and an effort by Bellamy going close. So we still await the first Barclays English Premier League goal of the new season. And Sheffield United attacking their favoured Kop end of Bramall Lane in this second period. End of the ground at which Neil Warnock used to stand as a youngster.
Not as smartly dressed as he is today, John, I don't think.
I don't think he's ever been as smartly dressed as he is today. As we saw in the first half, the Italian designer suit sitting sedately in the back of the director's box because of a touchline ban. Unsworth and Tom over this. Delivered by Unsworth. Yes. And the chance of the goal! It's Rob Hulse, first Premier League goal of the season, and it's scored by the newcomers, Sheffield United. Rob Hulse on his debut.
Well, Liverpool come out early for the start of the second half to start this game, but certainly they're not at the races here. Look at this, so static. Great ball in from Unsworth. Rob Hulse, goalkeeper, stranded completely. Hulse completely on his own. Downward header, past Rayner. Sheffield United got a dream start to the start of the second half.
Just a minute played since the interval. And Rob Hulse, the £2.2 million signing from Leeds United, heads Sheffield United in front.
I think it's just what everybody needed, John. A goal in this game will certainly lift it now.
49 seconds after the whistle had gone to start the second period. And echoes of that famous goal on the first ever day of the English Premier League. 14 years ago on this ground, the first ever Premier League goal scored on a day when Sheffield United were expected to lose at home to Manchester United, but scored by them, by their number 9, Brian Deane. Today, 14 years on, it's Hulse, and Sheffield United lead one of the championship challengers, so that's the expectation of Liverpool, by a goal to 0.
Yeah, Liverpool look completely cold on that set piece. Training ground routine, there's Rafa Benitez. Poor start to the second half for his boys. Completely static though, Hulse having a free header. You don't often get that when you play Liverpool.
But this is a Liverpool side denied the services of 2 of their regular back 4 by injury. Both Risa and Carragher went off with ankle problems. Risa, we're told, has had an X-ray. They don't think there's a break to that left ankle. He was carried off by stretcher with Lee Bromby. And Liverpool seeking an immediate response. Gerrard's corner. And a header off the post from Huppier.
Got a football match in their hands now, I think. Good delivery in. Long run there from Huppier. Gets up first against the outside of the post. Morgan lost his marker there. Might be quite happy with his team at the moment. They're doing all the pressing, trying to get back into this match.
Gonzalez, Chilean international. He's got the legs on Derek Geary. Gerrard. And Bellamy and Fowler. And a combination of Bromby and Kenny scramble it away. Herpia. Zenden. Liverpool seeking to make pressure tell. Agger. And back again by Sissoko. Zenden. Fabio Aurelio. Nice ball in! But the header from Bellamy within comfortable range of Paddy Kenny.
Great ball this from Aurelio. Whips it round, good run from Bellamy, gets his head on it, but fortunately for Sheffield United, straight at Paddy Kenny. It's all Liverpool though, John, trying to get back into this game. Best thing that happened, of course, was the goal from Hulse.
Keith Gillespie.
Yeah, best thing that happened. With Hulse's goal, it certainly lifted the game, made Liverpool actually come out and try and attack.
Kromkamp. Sheffield United felt it was out. Zenden, there's an arm in there by Michael Tong. The referee didn't see it. Quarter of the game to go. And Sheffield United, the Barclays English Premier League newcomers, leading Liverpool, who finished third last season, through Rob Hulse's goal very early in this second half. Gonzalez. Blocked by Geary.
Good defending by Geary. Gonzalez really getting a lot of the ball down his left-hand side, trying to go one-to-one with Geary, but certainly Geary there manages to keep Gonzalez's cross from getting into the penalty box.
Zenden, who turned 30 earlier this week. And Hulse. Tackled by Herpia.
Given everything in the Rob Hulse. Many times been up there on his own, working hard against this Liverpool back four. Just can't seem to keep the ball, Sheffield United, for long periods.
Ominous signs for the home team. Gerrard. Fowler, wall pass. Gerrard, it's lovely. Deserved a goal. And Liverpool are appealing.
Penalty.
And Rob Styles has pointed to the spot.
Great little 1-2. Gerrard just gets ahead. I don't think there's any contact whatsoever.
It's Chris Morgan, the defender. Jagielka complains.
If it's a penalty, surely it's a sending off, denying a goal-scoring opportunity.
Absolutely.
Here's the boy, not the best penalty taker in the world.
Liverpool do not have a good record from the spot. This is Fowler, though, and that improves it slightly. And fortuitously, Liverpool are back on terms. First time they've ever scored a Premier League goal at Bramall Lane. Jagielka and Sheffield United mystified. Liverpool back on terms.
Fowler, very cool, little stop, Kenny goes, tucks it away to the keeper's right. Very cool from Robbie Fowler. I just thought this penalty very, very fortunate. Watch Jagielka. There comes the tackle for Morgan. Gerrard still had the opportunity to put it away. No contact, in my opinion. No contact whatsoever. Morgan already, of course, with a yellow card. Should have been sent off.
And Bellamy and Morgan squaring up.
Bellamy went into the advertising boards, John, in that far corner.
Sheffield United feeling hard done by. Rob Styles' decision to award a penalty against Chris Morgan when it seemed there was no contact.
Watch it again. Here, where's the contact? No contact whatsoever. Morgan's on a yellow card. He should have got at least a second yellow card and gone off if that's a foul.
Well, it is a red, isn't it, in that circumstance, if it's a foul.
No contact. What surprised me, though, was the lack of complaints from the Sheffield United defence. I think Mr. Stars might have a visitor just after the final whistle. Mr. Warnock.
Qualified referee himself.
Of course.
As he's keen to tell all and sundry. There's a certain irony in that one of his many pronouncements on the eve of the season. He declared that he was looking forward to the Premier League as much as anything else because you get better referees. Which may overall be true, but it's certainly a point of issue today. On the ground where the Premier League's controller of referees, Keith Hackett, is a very frequent visitor, lives just down the road.
Top referee as well, that man was. Top referee.
Back in by. One minute left. Jermaine Pennant. Important challenge by Jagielka. Ledgerwood. Webber. Well, Sheffield United will take some heart and some comfort from this. Liverpool will leave with a degree of frustration, and Sheffield United too will feel that they might have had 3 points rather than one. Sean Bean satisfied enough. Overall thoughts, John?
Well, if it ends up 1-1, it will be a fair result in my opinion. Sheffield United fans, players and their manager have got every justification in pointing to referee Rob Styles, enabling Liverpool to get back into this game to get a point from it. There goes the final whistle.
And there goes the manager after the first of his 6-game touchline ban. And general delight amidst the legions of Sheffield United supporters. Rob Hulse with the goal that for a long time looked like it might give them victory. Paddy Kenny, a couple of important saves, and then 20 minutes from the end, a controversial award of a penalty for what seemed a non-existent foul by Chris Morgan on Steven Gerrard, who shake hands at the end. Robbie Fowler converted the penalty kick, and it finished level at 1-1. But a wholehearted display by Morgan and company, showing that they are here to compete and to make a nuisance of themselves and to stay for more than a season among the elite of English football. Central figure, the referee, Rob Styles. Sheffield United in the image of their captain, Doughty, full of fight, full of defiance, full of hope, full of optimism. Full time on the opening day at Bramall Lane. Sheffield United 1, Liverpool 1.